Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But the defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Going right side here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Back to throw, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Here's Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll also be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Buying time to his left. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Here's Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down and 2
target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is a 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number one receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Smith's going to throw it. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Smith to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Smith. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now Fields and the Bears down 21-17. A little over 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Here we go. All right.
Now Fields. That's to the tight end, Mallory. Well, I'm no coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
That's complete. It's Josh Riley. And he's got a first down here as he stops the clock with just 16 ticks remaining. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
All eyes on Fields. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And one last throw here for Fields. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
Go.
Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And his first pass is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Right.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. That is caught. It's Xavier Hutchinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Right.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
1 yard gain. Brings up second and
Here's Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He may go. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's Michael Vick. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Let's go now.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Jake Moody now for the point after. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. Just a 4-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has match matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Fields on first down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there. You got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now here's Vick. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just good. Vick in trouble, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the 2nd one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. To throw is Fields. He's got this one to Hutchinson. And he's got this down to the 35. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Henry up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4.
Go.
Play action. It's Fields rolling to his right. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 24.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They begin with Henry. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, Vick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. This is the tight end, Njoku. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Here's 3rd and 3. Vick now. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0.
Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up the
Fields now to throw. That's complete to Hutchinson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Throwing again is Fields.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now it's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Again to Henry. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Bronco switch. Bronco check.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Fights loose. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today...
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
It's on!
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jackson, option right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
And this is one of those plays that if he can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Picked up by Lavonte David. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive.
choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
All right, get moving, man. I don't want to see anyone walking around. Winners do not walk. Let's see some hustle out there today. We got a big game this week. Here we go. Good night. Here we go. You good? Sit high. Here we go. Sit high. Go. Here we go. Sit high. Here we go. Tonight. All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
It's week 1 of the NFL, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry.
Here we go, Scott.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A man who led the league in yards. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball was knocked comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Completion here to Claypool. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Fields.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Let's go, man. Here we go. You know what we need, man. Come on. Don't give him nothing.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Herbert powering up the middle.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Off play action. Fields.
They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now Herbert to start the drive.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, for these Bears here, Charles, year 3 for Justin Fields. He's just 5-20 as a starter through those first 2 seasons. But you think he's potentially poised for a breakout 2023?
I certainly do, and it's because of his talent and watching what his organization has done around him. They've told him, you're going to be our quarterback, and we're going to get you better pieces in order for you to expand your game. I expect Justin Fields to break out in a big way, especially throwing the football. Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Go.
Fields on 3rd down.
Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now back to throw.
He'll get that underneath to Herbert.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And his throw here's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there, but it'll be second down.
Here we go.
Wayne Walker on the coverage.
To throw is Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.